Okay, so earlier today we got a teaser for the supposed iced Bendy game, The Cage. Though most of us kind of expected it to make a return when the Meatly, and especially Mike, began to tease it. Mike kind of teased it with his profile picture. But anyway, at 5 p.m. Irish time, the trailer released. I watched it and instantly loved it. The Cage was my favorite upcoming Bendy game, and in this video, I'm going to go through things that Meatley and Mike have posted on Twitter and some things I've noticed because, like, when the cage was first announced, I immediately fell in love with it. So, yeah. The first thing that came to my mind when the trailer came out was, will it be on PlayStation? Because obviously, I make all my videos on PlayStation, or most of them anyway. All the Bendy videos are all on PlayStation. So I asked Mike on Twitter, and Mike responded with this. I see the question a lot. Yes, the intention is to release platform wide, similar to how we managed Lone Wolf. We'll do all we'll do our best to make that work as always though. No promises, but we shall do our best. This was a relief for me because of what I said earlier about me playing on PlayStation. Also, Mike also posted that you can dodge, block, shove, parry, attack, heavy attack, ground attack, and stomp enemies, which is interesting. I'd love to just stomp on one of the new enemies' heads. Because in a post, Mike said that like have you never wanted to like stomp on this like a lost one's head because he has. In a surprise turn of events, Mike revealed that this new version of the cage would be in third person. My original thought was that it'd be like Lone Wolf, but then realized it wouldn't, which was a relief because I don't think Lone Wolf's third person kind of way would have worked. But the third person view that they're going with will. In this post, Mike says, "Yep, the cage is back." It was very clear from the fans that this story was wanted. We tried to let it go, but even we want this story to be told. So we pressed File New and decided to get back to it. And it's been exciting. This time around, we went with a third person psychological horror game, still taking place in the pit during the events of Dark Revival. Being able to navigate and fight as Henry and seeing him from a third perspective was definitely worth thawing the project out. Thank you for your continued support, everyone. We'll share more with you as soon as we're ready. Fight the madness. In the post, Mike also mentions that it's a third person game, which I think suits it more than first person, but that's just me. The Meatly once again mentioned that the game will be rated M, so expect lots of blood. In the Meatly's post about this, he says, "Why is the cage back? To put it simply, it just deserved to be. The cage has such a strange dystopian feel and dark personality that it demands to live on its own apart from other Bendy games. It is truly unique and experimental for us, also fun. And in the end, we just said, why don't we just give the fans what they want and bring it back? So we did. This will not affect our intended timeline for Bendy and the Ink Factory. Happy Halloween, everyone." My theories for the cage is that Henry will still try to get out. Like the theory is that he's still going to try and get out of the pit. My other theories for the cage is that in the trailer we see a camera, and underneath it says the warden is watching. Many, including myself, have guessed that the warden is the monster that was shown in the 7-year anniversary post. One thing while watching the trailer was what was on Henry's head. My guess that it is something to help him not fall to whatever kind of hypnosis the keepers and Wilson have put on the captured. It also probably is a light for guidance. One thing that seems predominant in the trailer is the spiral, which all the Bendy devs also changed their profile pictures to have some form of a spiral on them. What they mean, I don't know. Put your guesses in the comments, but it's confusing and so there's gonna be some kind of mind controlling aspect of the cage. Anyway, on the Steam page, we see a description for the game which says, "Escape a twisted prison filled with the darkest experiments gone wrong. Now set loose in the shadows to hunt you down. Unleash your deadly acts in this action psychological horror taking place during the Dark Revival. Fight the madness." One thing I notice in all games, they seem to have a phrase. Ink Machines was Fear the Machine. Dark Revival was Fear the Ink Demon. And Ink Factories looks to be Everything Must End. And I see in the cage, it must be Fight the Madness. In the trailer, and one of the screenshots, this new character which some have compared to a clown, and some have said it could be the Warden's new design. I think it's just a new enemy type. I think the Warden is the 7-year one that we've seen. Another thing I thought looked cool was this weird looking creature. My first thought was it was a lost one, but after looking at it a few times, it just looks like a new enemy type, which looks really cool, and I can't wait to fight him and rip his head off. On the Steam page, there's a short video, and on it is a gameplay clip of Henry and then the creature. Something I want to mention was that the trailer and promo, we never see Henry's face. He's always wearing the mask. It's so sad that we have to wait till 2026 to play it. Hopefully I won't be dead by then. The last thing I want to show you in this video is the longer description, which says, test your sanity as you can take control of Henry in this third-person horror experience taking place during the events of Dark Revival. Condemned by the keepers to their prison known as the Pit, Henry must survive as the horrific inmates and mangled experiments set loose to devour him. A labyrinth of steel industrial dread lay before him as his mind is evaded by the past. Discover the hidden bloodstained truth behind the monsters as you explore the dark levels of the Pit, slowly making your way to the very top of the facility. Take on the darkness with your axe and brutal melee combat. Unleash fast and heavy strikes. Block and parry incoming attacks. Shove foes away. Stomp on enemies with a vengeance and time dodges to avoid being torn apart by the things that haunt you. Dive into the shadows for limited supplies as you embark on a twisted tale of Henry's self-discovery while facing down new and familiar creatures of the ink. Find the maestro, escape the prison, fight the madness. In conclusion, I'm really looking forward to The Cage. When it was first shown, I was jumping around my kitchen, so I can't wait for it to release as long as it's on PlayStation. I'll be making multiple videos depending on how long it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.